it's a lot of stairs up and down the Amarillo Civic Center to get to the broadcast booth. Had to make sure we were all good for review and all of that good stuff. There is no review tonight, by the way, so we'll throw that quick fact in here. I'm David Ash, and welcome to Warriors and Wranglers, the final part 4 of the season. Should be a lot of fun. The Warriors come into tonight's game 24-22, 2-4. They're 6th in the South Division, 54 points to their name, and are currently on a 2-game losing streak. Amarillo in last place in the South Division. They're 8th, 19-30, 2-2 on the year. 42 points to their name. They split with Corpus last weekend, so they are on a just a 1-game losing streak at the moment here. Let's talk the storylines quickly. Coming into tonight's game, the Warriors coming into this one after an emotional shootout loss, unfortunately, last Saturday night at the Blazers Ice Center to the Brahmas. However, it was emotional, as I said, because the Warriors, although they did get swept in the season series against Lone Star, they still were able to find a way to come back and secure a point in that Saturday night game. You have to go back to 1 minute and 5 seconds left, where Trace Day tied up a rebound from a Jakob Galnor shot to give Oklahoma the tie with Lone Star at 3-3 with just 1 minute and 5 seconds left. It was impressive and a huge, I think, boost for this group that had been stymied by the Brahmas the last couple of weeks, to be honest. Found a way to get a point. They did drop it in the shootout, but hey, you'll take a point, especially in a tightly contested playoff race like we have going on right now. Amarillo on the brink of elimination on the other side of things as the referees take into the ice. Amarillo cannot afford to lose any more games, and they need help from above, from Odessa and Oklahoma, to start losing games as well if the Wranglers want a chance to make the playoffs. A sweep by Oklahoma would knock Amarillo out. If Oklahoma takes one and Odessa takes one this weekend as well, Amarillo will be out of playoff contention. So big things here for Amarillo. They're sporting some new jerseys here tonight. We'll have new jerseys all weekend long, folks. Amarillo kind of throwback jerseys, I would say, that they're wearing on the ice this evening. And then Odessa will have St. Patrick's Day jerseys for Sunday afternoon's game against Oklahoma. This is a massive 3 games for the Warriors as they take to the ice here in Amarillo. Massive 3 games here against Amarillo, who's at the bottom of the table in the South Division. Oklahoma, if they're able to take both games from Amarillo, they go to Odessa and have a chance to really knock Odessa potentially out of the playoff picture and secure themselves a playoff spot here in the 2026 postseason. So this is a massive 3-game stretch for Oklahoma. Let's take a look at the standings real quick. Lone Star leads at the top, as it has been just about all season, with 77 points. New Mexico's in second with 69 points. El Paso in third with 64. Then there's Corpus with 60, Shreveport with 56, and Oklahoma with 54. That is a 6-point gap, equal to 3 games, by the way, folks. So if Corpus Christi is swept this weekend, who are they playing, you ask? The Brahmas. If Corpus Christi is swept, Oklahoma, if they're able to sweep the weekend here tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, they could potentially be tied for that 4th spot. And that is a coveted 4th position because, and this is a big because, you get to host the first-round play-in series. 4 versus 5. Oklahoma, a sweep, and some help from the other teams in the South could potentially be in that 4th spot in the South. Regardless, it is a massive weekend for Oklahoma to pick up a couple of big-time wins against a couple of teams that are fighting for their playoff life, but also are kind of seeing the light here, as Oklahoma has a 3-game point advantage on top of the Jackalopes right now. It is a 7-point differential between Oklahoma and Odessa. The Jackalopes, however, do have 8 games remaining in their season. 3 games this week, and then 3 games next week, and then 2 to finish the season. So, huge series, huge start for tonight. For Oklahoma, who's wearing their gray jerseys this evening. It's a huge night for Oklahoma hockey. Let's get it going here this evening. The other storyline to note, Trace Day. It's his homecoming back here in Amarillo. It's where he started his North American Hockey League career. First time back since he was traded to Austin and then traded back to the South to Oklahoma. Trace, in his 62 games he played here in Amarillo, had 18 games, 15 assists, and 33 points. So Trace Day, I know it's a little emotional for him, but he's ready to help secure his team right now a playoff spot. And what better way to do it than finding a way to go get 2 points here tonight. Let's talk the lineups here as we have a minute till puck drop here at the Amarillo Civic Center. For Oklahoma, the lineup looks like this: Trace Day, Mason Wright, and Jackson Hone. Second line rider, Ravar, Dominic Kishin, Jakob Galnorm. Line 3, Alexander Duhan, Joey DeRosa, and Mac Blue. And then line 4, Easton Rooney, AJ Owinski, and Ben Osiashvili. On defense, Benjamin Bertrand, Denny O, Jakob Harvanek, Nolan Davis, Matthias Christensen, Trent Burleson, and Cam Ross, the extra skater tonight for Oklahoma. Billy Stusky in net, of course, with his 46th game played this season, as a 2.885 goal allowed average and a .914 save percentage. A 20-17-5 record for Billy Stusky. What better way to pick up win number 21 than right here at the Amarillo Civic Center. Over to the Wranglers, who take to the ice here tonight. It is Kolos Fair alongside Mason Lupo and Max Bennett, Daniel Rasega, Alphonse Gentler, and Caden Hegarty. Then third line, Kirill Evstignev, Danlo Dolan, and Jake Boulanger. And then line 4, Frank Kolgushkin, Jake Thornton, and Ian Bewers. On defense, Hayden Hedquist, Ethan Ogle, Crew Smith, Landon Poe, and Alexei Koval alongside Tiernan O'Rourke on defense there. The extra skaters and extra defensemen for Coach Hill's crew, it is Yuri Karatai, and the goaltender, Kazmir Weckstrom for the Wranglers. 23 games played, has a 3.013 goal allowed average and a .917 save percentage. Other players to watch here tonight for Amarillo, Oklahoma. Defensively, they are going to have to match up well against Amarillo, who burned them a couple of times, and especially none other than Hayden Hedquist. You might remember the name from the last time the Warriors played the Wranglers. Hedquist had 5 goals in the series, 4 on Friday night, and the solo one on the Saturday loss to Oklahoma the last time Oklahoma was in this building. Oklahoma going to have to find a way to mitigate Hedquist and slow him down. He loves playing the Warriors. Oklahoma, what can they do to try to take him out of the equation and find success on the ice tonight? The other guy to watch out for Amarillo, Jake Boulanger, former brother of a Boulanger name in Oklahoma history, is a big name. But Jake Boulanger, committed to Tufts University. That's a big name to watch out for. He's scored a goal in this series against Oklahoma already this season. So keep an eye on Boulanger on the forward side of things. It is Stusky in net for Oklahoma, Weckstrom in net for Amarillo, and it is time for the national anthem here at the Amarillo Civic Center. We'll step aside, national anthem, and puck drop next from the Panhandle in West Texas. It is hockey time here in Amarillo. Warriors and Wranglers. It is meetings number 7 and 8 this weekend for Oklahoma. They are 4-2 against the Wranglers this season. They swept them at home and then split at home with the Wranglers and then split here. The last time Oklahoma was in this building, it was a 2-1 victory for the Warriors. They'll look to continue the hot streak here in Amarillo here tonight and really try and inch just a few points closer towards a playoff berth this season. Wranglers are in last, holding on by a thread. I just broke the golden rule. I was told when I started broadcasting I couldn't say holding on by a thread, but I just did, and that is true for the Wranglers. That is their playoff hopes, hanging on by a thread. They need to win out, and they need help from the teams playing Odessa, which would be Shreveport tonight, to lose. Oklahoma, on the other hand, they'd be okay for an Odessa win as long as Oklahoma wins here tonight. So Oklahoma, they take care of business. Good things are going to happen for them, and then they don't have to worry about anything else going on. Other games to watch out for here tonight, by the way, folks, for Oklahoma this evening. Corpus is taking on Lone Star this evening, I should say, in Lone Star. So that is a big-time series. Oklahoma would love a Lone Star sweep. In fact, the Warriors are big Brava fans the rest of the way through this entire rest of the season, all 7, 8 games depending on the team. New Mexico and El Paso playing each other. That doesn't really do anything for Oklahoma. And Shreveport, as I said, taking on Odessa this weekend on Friday and Saturday. We are underway from the Amarillo Civic Center. Oklahoma in gray, Amarillo in, I believe, navy blue and light red would be the correct way to call it. Into the zone they go, the Wranglers do, and they'll push it around. Lost stick from one of the Wranglers. Trace Day to the blue line. Bertrand able to keep it in, finds Day left side. Day into the high slot. Mason Wright tried to put a shot on, had it taken away. Rasega, 3-on-2 Wranglers here. They come left to right in front of me. Right to left on your screen watching back at home. Starters for Oklahoma: Day, Wright, Hone, Bertrand, and Denio. Billy Stusky in net. Wranglers holding in the zone now, left circle. Dangling with it is Daniel Rasega, dangerous skater for the Wranglers. A shot got all the way through. Billy got over, swiped it away with his stick on the rebound. Denio took the lane away from one of the Wranglers, and out comes Oklahoma to Trace Day in his homecoming debut against his former team. Day into the zone, holds on for Oklahoma, now peeled away into the corner. Dominic Kish quickly on alongside Jakob Gallnor, and it got past Harvanek. Foot race, Nolan Davis won it, and just threw a Wrangler down to the ice. Here's Oklahoma on the right side. Gallnor got loose. Gallnor in front. His shot saved, and it pops up. Weckstrom, his first save of the night. Harvanek tried to keep it in the zone and couldn't do it. Big collision at center ice. A couple of Wranglers went tumbling down. And Oklahoma's Dominic Kish has it the other way. Minute and a half gone here in this first period. Kish, Gallnor, backhand around. Now Dominic tried to get back to it, but Oklahoma is offsides, and that'll stop play for the moment. Our referee is Hartunian tonight, the first time Oklahoma has seen him since the infamous El Paso game in which he kicked Billy Stusky out. We won't comment on it anymore. Hartunian, he is forgiven in the coach's eyes, he's forgiven in my eyes, and therefore he should be forgiven in those of y'all's eyes tuned in back home. Stusky family, you might have something else to say about that, but that is how it is perceived from Oklahoma. So hopefully a good game. Oklahoma to the blue line, Burleson. Burleson swung it over to Christensen, threw it right into the body of a Wrangler, and they'll come the other way. Our linesman is Perrin, who we just saw a couple weeks ago, and Tiago O'Brien. On the far side, Mac Blue, right circle, Blue in front to Duhon, peeled away from the puck. And Amarillo trying to come up the wall. They did get loose, so O'Brien got in the way. Or excuse me, that was Perrin. But Oklahoma handles the puck for themselves. It's a pretty good Friday attendance here for Amarillo. They're expecting a near sold-out crowd tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun to see a packed Civic Center as Oklahoma into the zone, no ice. Weckstrom swings it away and then went tumbling back into his own net. On comes O.C. Asheville, he couldn't poke it home. Loose puck at center for Kertai. Swings it over, Owinski took it away, and now Oklahoma's in business. O.C. Asheville ahead and threw it to a Wrangler. Amarillo down the ice. This will be icing on the Wranglers. First stoppage in quite some time. 17-18 to go here in the first period. We mentioned it in our pregame show, Trace Day, his homecoming back here to Amarillo, where he started his North American Hockey League career. 62 games played here in Amarillo. He had 33 points, 18 goals, 15 assists. See if he can turn it on the other way. Quick win for Oklahoma off the faceoff to Bertrand, left side. Bertrand all the way through. Ekstrom saw it and covers it up. And we have some pushing and shoving after the whistle here. O.C. Ashley getting into it with one of the Wranglers. And the linesman dealing with them, trying to get away. Bertrand's helmet got taken off. Oh boy. Dangerous things happen when the helmets get taken off. And Hartunian's our referee. Oh, did I go there? I did. I'm sorry. Bertrand into the box. Same with Yuri Karatai of Amarillo. I assume roughing on either side. Or on both sides, I think is the more correct term there. That is what it is. 4-on-4. Faceoff comes just outside the blue line for Oklahoma. It is one back by the Wranglers. They've got it with Crew Smith up ahead and then back to Poe. 4-on-4. Oklahoma's been very good at 4-on-4 over the last couple of weeks. See if they can sneak in maybe another one here. With four aside, it is Trace Day, Cam Ross, Jakob Harvanek, and Mason Wright, the four for Oklahoma. The Wranglers take the puck away from the Warriors at center ice and work it over to the left side, now behind the net. Minute and a half to go, left to 4-on-4. Amarillo tried to go through the wickets of Cam Ross. Didn't work out very well. And Trace Day cycles back, goes to his defenseman Cam Ross. Three aside for Oklahoma on the same side. Now they will organize and look upwards. Up the wall for Day. And he lost the handle on it. Here comes Amarillo. Left wing side looking for a shot. That one way up high and around the boards. And down it goes to the other side of the ice. Tiernan O'Rourke right behind his net now comes out in front. Man, that was a little dangerous there. Jakob Gallnor applying some pressure. Weird things happen in this building every time Oklahoma comes to town. Usually it has been, at least in my time covering the Warriors, it has been against Oklahoma that the weird things have happened. But hopefully that will start to cease, and it is a pretty good, solid Oklahoma hockey game. Into the zone, Amarillo, no icing. They say that Christensen could have played it. 15 seconds left to 4-on-4 into the skates of Kish. Not a great pass. Evstignev will take it himself here. Evstignev dodged one man. Evstignev shot save. Billy Stusky came out. Tried to go near post on Billy. And Stusky a good stop. Here's Dominic Kish. Both teams back to full strength now. As the puck goes all the way to Ekstrom. And then worked out on the far side of the ice. That one's cleared down, and Amarillo will beat it out. No icing. Wow. Out-hustled Oklahoma defensively. This is Dolan. Dolan tried to push it across. Denio took it away. Up the wall looking for Boulanger. Kept in blue line. Through traffic. That one deflected. Evstignev all by himself now. Centers one. That one deflected by Billy Stusky's stick. Into the left circle. Cross ice pass. Denio. Good awareness to clear it out. That is a stretch pass that missed everybody, and it is icing on Amarillo. Warriors and Wranglers tonight and tomorrow. And then an afternoon visit to Odessa for the final matchup of the season against the Jackalopes for Oklahoma. So a busy three-game weekend for the Warriors as they have an ozone draw here. DeRosa right to Duhan. Bertrand through traffic. Tipped. Oh, it sent Ekstrom the other way. He didn't see it until very end. It missed the net. Otherwise, it would have been in the back of it. Around the boards it goes. Amarillo having a tough time holding on to their sticks here tonight. That's the third one that's gone flying after an Oklahoma hit. Bertrand into the skates of his teammate, then gets it back. Up ahead. Blue tried to work it over to Duhan, but a good stick from the Amarillo defenseman. DeRosa poked away. Back to Bertrand. And Ben by himself into the zone, now retreating back to his defensive position. O'Rourke looking and sends it up ice. Got past everyone. It was tipped by Oklahoma first, so no icing. Uh-oh, terrible giveaway. And the Wranglers almost had a chance in front of the net. It was a big bounce off the end of the boards. Not sure Matthias Christensen thought it was going to be that big. Oklahoma gave it up again. There's a shot up high. And the Wranglers settle it down on the right circle. Oklahoma got it back. Easton Rooney. Rooney tried to work it over to O.C. Ashley. Taken away again. Nowinski shot. Score! A.J. Iwinski gets the scoring started for Oklahoma this evening. Beautiful net front traffic from Oklahoma. Amarillo took the puck away initially, but then gave it up right to A.J. And O.C. Ashley and Rooney pick up points for the assists themselves. 1-0 Oklahoma here at the Civic Center. Quite a few Warriors fans in attendance tonight. And they are treated to an opening goal for Oklahoma as they enter the zone. Around the boards, Amarillo swings it, and now they work it out. Mason Wright got taken down. Penalty coming up here on Amarillo. It is a hook on the Wranglers, and Oklahoma is right on the power play here to continue in our first period. 13:08 to go in the first, and the power play coming up for Oklahoma. A.J. Owinski, his 5th goal of the season from O.C. Ashley and Easton Rooney. Coach Berge got to be happy with that group. His 4th line coming up with the first goal of the game. Face off, the Warriors begin with the puck to Hone. Hone, Day. They go over to Day. O.C. Ashley parking in the middle. Day right circle looking around. Day, fan on his first pass. Now using his body to go back to the blue line. Denny O knocking it aside, keeps it in the zone. Loose puck cleared out by Amarillo. Denny O, O.C. Ashley, Mason Wright, and Jackson Hone in the 5 for Oklahoma. Minute 35 to go. On the power play, Day across to Mason Wright, it works out. Right, Hone, right circle. Shot missed the net wide left, had the angle. And Amarillo will feed it down to Billy Stusky. Up ahead, given up by Billy. He's got to retreat quickly. Boulanger in the slot, got taken down. And Oklahoma's O.C. Ashley up for Mason Wright. Wright holds just in front of the blue line. Now skates in. Right circle, O.C. Ashley. Denny O settles it down. Denny looks across to Day. Day skates in. Trace Day looking. Left circle, down low right. Cross ice pass, settled down. Kish Wexstrom, a full split save. 57 seconds to go here on the power play for Oklahoma. The Warriors 20% on the power play this season. Amarillo's penalty kill, 75%. Kish, Burleson, Galnor, Blue, Duhan. Duhan spinning around, pressure right on him. Galnor, blue line. Galnor now cuts in, goes across over to Kish, who is retreating back. And Oklahoma will have to reset. 43 seconds to go on the power play. Found Duhan. Duhan spins away from one man. Now gets the blue line, goes across to Galnor. Galnor, right circle. Back to the blue line, Burleson. Over to Galnor again. Skates in, Galnor, down low, Duhan. In front, Kish couldn't connect. Burleson wants to go quick, and Oklahoma's going to ice the puck here. 19 seconds to go on the power play. Would love to double it up here early in this first period. Power play continues. Amarillo carrots eye. Shot blocked away by Billy Stusky. Last chance here on the power play for Oklahoma. Galnor peeled away from the puck, and Amarillo will clear. 5 seconds left. Big bounce out for Davis. Davis can go quick if he wants. Found Galnor all alone. Galnor right side, and he gets leveled. Galnor won it back. Now created room. Galnor shot. Tipped and goes high off the glass. Rooney knocks it down. Power play over. Rooney still in the zone. Got loose. Rooney in the slot had it poked away. Kept in though by Harvanek. Harvanek looks in for Rooney. And Galnor, along with Owinski. Owinski to Harvanek. Harvanek pushes it right back in. Oklahoma's Rooney right back after it for the Warriors. And Amarillo on top of it. This is Koval. It's been a swarming Oklahoma offense so far. Amarillo ices the puck. And it'll be an ozone draw for Oklahoma. 10:31 to go here in the first period. Sorry about the clock and scoreboard, everyone. Some technical difficulties I am hearing here on the Amarillo side of things. Shots are 5-2 Oklahoma. 1-0 A.J. Owinski scored for the Warriors at the 13-minute mark. Face-off is twirled around into the zone for Oklahoma and then dug out by Amarillo behind the net. Up the wall they go. Got past Cam Ross. Now tracked it down and up for O.C. Asheville. Owinski couldn't connect on that pass, and into the zone it goes for Cam Ross. Spins away and rotates the puck around up for O.C. Asheville. And a couple of skates. Rooney into the zone. Here comes Easton Rooney. Giving up. Christensen to O.C. Asheville looking in front. Knocked down by Amarillo, and here they come. Wranglers with Hedquist. Around, given back to Amarillo by Oklahoma. Behind the net for Ross, and up the boards Rooney. Tried to jam it along, and Oklahoma does. It's a 2-on-1 for the Warriors. Mason Wright with O.C. Asheville. Right, O.C. Asheville, backhand, Weckstrom a save, out to Day. Day's shot, he missed it wide. Big save from Weckstrom. Here comes Oklahoma on the attack again. Mason Wright in front, tipped, saved, and Weckstrom dives on it. Oh, wow. What a stop from Weckstrom. It looked like O.C. Asheville was going to have a wide open net on the backhand. But Weckstrom comes up with a big stop, and we're at our first media timeout of the series. 9:23 to go here in the first. 1-0 Oklahoma thanks to A.J. Owinski. Back in a couple right here from the Civic Center. Face-off, Warriors have it in the zone to Bertrand. Bertrand leaves for Trace Day. Trace, a little bit of trouble holding on to the puck here for Trace earlier in this one. As Amarillo sends it down, icing, no, waved off by O'Brien. Into the zone, Amarillo centering a pass, nobody home, and now Oklahoma off to the races the other way, Hone with Day. Trace Day through one man, got taken down, and no call from Hartunian. Probably a good no call. Here's Mason Wright, centers a pass. That one got all the way through everybody. And lifted up the glass and out to center by Amarillo. Warriors couldn't clear. Here's a shot saved by Billy Stusky, and he'll cover it up. Just to his right side with the right pad. Just the third save for Billy Stusky here tonight. Face-off didn't quite work, so we'll do it again. 8:44 to go here in the first period. Shots are 6-3 Oklahoma. The Warriors win the draw back. Here is Ryder Rivard, got shoved heavily into the glass, and no icing. Other side, Amarillo. Resega. Still with it now up the wall for Gentler. And behind the net it settles down Davis. Bertrand. Rivard. And Oklahoma out. Here's Dominic Kish. Got slammed against the glass and got knocked down. Resega took a hit and worked it up to his teammate in Hegarty. Loose puck, Dominic Kish on the other end, trying to feed his teammate Galnor, and does. Galnor working amongst the weeds, or the trees is a better term, I think, for the tall defenseman Amarillo has here. Amarillo near side. And tipped in. This is Trent Burleson. Out of the zone. And slow moving puck, no icing. Karatai picks it up. Goes behind his own net and almost gave it up to Oklahoma. 7.5 to go. Wranglers up and in. They've got numbers here. Buers couldn't execute his pass. And Alexander Duhan, the puck for Oklahoma. Duhan in this building scored the game winner on Saturday's game. Last time Oklahoma was here back in January. Here comes the Warriors' Joey DeRosa. DeRosa stops at the hash marks. Now reverses it and had it taken away. Wranglers in. They've got numbers. Dolan in front, now knocked aside, blue. And then out for DeRosa in Oklahoma. That's a 3-on-2 for the moment, now a 3-on-3. DeRosa stops just inside the blue line, goes out wide to Bertrand. Bertrand gloved Weckstrom, still loose, and now he'll cover it up. Oh, lots of net there for Ben Bertrand, and the second time tonight, he is stopped by Weckstrom. Wranglers, a couple of late hits after the whistle there. Easton Rooney coming to the defense of his teammate Mac Blue. .6:42 to go here in the first. Ozone draw, Warriors win it. O.C. Asheville out to Denny O. Denny right off the boards comes to the side of Weckstrom, and he will hold and cover yet again. Another ozone draw for the Warriors. As Owinski digs for it. And getting kicked out is Amarillo. Owinski won it back again. Denny O, top of the circle. Down low. This is Owinski. A backhand. Weckstrom made a save. And he'll hold on to it again this time. Weckstrom is having has already had enough time with A.J. Owinski in his face this evening. And there's only been 13 minutes in the period. Trying again for the third time as Mason Wright won the draw, now got it back behind the net. Mason rotating up over to Harvanek. Harvanek bodied quickly and couldn't push it further into the zone, although Harvanek trapped it right before it crossed the blue line, and now it squeaks out. Jackson home. Across over to Nolan Davis, and he'll rim it around. Weckstrom. Up, and Amarillo turned it over right to Trace Day. 3-on-2 Oklahoma. Day in the slot. Now cycles over to the right circle. In front, Davis. That one taken aside by Amarillo. Resega. Warriors couldn't hold it in the zone. And now Jackson Hone off to it. Hone in the slot. Hone shot saved Weckstrom. Rebound or it came out loose, excuse me. And the Wranglers cycle back with it. Up ahead, taken away by Oklahoma, then given back. As Koval settles it down, Oklahoma full change. Up ahead, Rasega. Lone man into the zone for the moment. As a couple of teammates now join him, Oklahoma has the puck the other way. Galnor, right at the center ice red line. Threw it right off of Perrin. And it will be tipped in once again. Burleson up and out to Smith and then Poe. Up ahead, Wranglers have a couple of bodies in front. Christensen a good stick. Knocked it over into the corner. And the skates of Rivard here. Kish jumps in there as well, and it squeaks out to Burleson, who can carry it out. No pressure there from Amarillo in front. Now Oklahoma on the other side, Jakob Galnor. Galnor on the left wing side, feeds it to Bertrand and out to Denio with all sorts of room. Oh, shot into the chest of Weckstrom. Warriors continue to apply the pressure here in this first period. That's their 9th shot of the frame. Another ozone draw for Oklahoma. This one squeaks away from Dominic Kish. Wranglers to Boulanger, who's leveled away from the puck. Uh-oh, given up by Bertrand. They score. A giveaway right in front of Billy Stusky, and the Wranglers are tied now with Oklahoma. Not much to say about that one, unfortunately. All right, won't get back to dominating the game like you were. 1-1 hockey game. Warriors win the draw. It is Cam Ross into the zone for Oklahoma. Wranglers down, and they've got numbers again, 2-on-1. There's a shot that's blocked by the outstretched skate of Ross. Really nice play there from Cam Ross for Oklahoma. Owinski leaves it Ross, and then up ahead, O.C. Ashford out to center. Wranglers right back in. Stusky stops it behind his net. Leaves for Nolan Davis. And Rooney. O.C. Ashford. By himself is O.C. Ashford. Out of the reach of Weckstrom. And the puck pushed back for Ogle. 1-1 here at the Civic Center. As Amarillo throws a shot on Stusky from long range, Oklahoma clears it up to Trace Day. Day forces it in front, going to go all the way almost to Weckstrom. Before guided away by O'Rourke. Knocked into the zone. Here is Amarillo. They almost had a lane to the net there. Wranglers get it back with Dolan. Dolan, blue line. Swung over and out of the zone it goes. It's a foot race now. Jackson Hone going to try and get to the puck, and he will. Jackson Hone tried to work it across, couldn't do it. 3 Warriors still in there. Mason Wright keeps it in the zone. Haggerty collides with a Warrior. And Mason Wright trying to take it away from Dolan. Loose puck still. Jackson Hone centering pass got loose. And the Wranglers push it over to Christensen. Christensen able to keep it in the zone. Amarillo got it back with Haggerty and out. And a little flipper down to Stusky, who leaves it for Burleson. 2:45 to go here in the opening period. Mason Wright, Denio, and around it goes. Smith reverts it. Puck stopped by the net for the moment. And up the wall for Amarillo. Loose puck. Oklahoma took it away. Here is Trace Day. Tried to dangle around a trio of Wranglers. Didn't work out. And Haggerty the other way. Bertrand. Dangerous area again to come out in, but Oklahoma's got it. It's a 3-on-2 for the Warriors. Here's Kish. They enter onside. Kish with a lot of speed behind the net, threw it across in front. Bertrand got it back, throws that one in front. Deflected. Bertrand now below the red line. Centering pass, loose, kicked. Kish right in front, and Weckstrom comes up with a save, and now everything breaking loose. Wranglers did not like Dominic Kish pursuing the puck in front of the net. And we are stopped at the 2-minute mark. Kish the draw, won it to Galnor. Galnor looked for O, and Denny was not ready for the puck. Oklahoma back. And into the zone it goes. Is that icing on Oklahoma? It is. Minute 51 to go. Here in the first. Shots are 11-5 Oklahoma. This face-off is won back by Amarillo, but deflected by the Warriors, and out of the zone it goes. All the way down, Rivard came in, forced the turnover. Galnor tried to work it across. Rivard there in the mix as well. And Amarillo able to swing it out to centers. A trip, but no call. A good no call there, in my opinion. Here are the Warriors. Rivard tried to hang on to the puck a little too long and couldn't keep it. Here's Boulanger already with a golden night. Boulanger tried to go through a sandwich of Warriors. That didn't work out very well. Oklahoma on the other end. Galnor to Rivard. Rivard backhand. Stopped before it got through. The Warriors do keep it in the zone. And Harvanek a backhand to Weckstrom, who will hold and let it go. Wow. 1:05 to play here in the first period. And now to play goes the puck into the Wrangler bench. Face off, left circle. As DeRosa got spun around and taken down. Duhon trying to keep it alive in the O zone here for Oklahoma, the Wranglers. Backhand up and out. This is Haggerty trying to get around Harvanek. Great stick from Jakob. And Oklahoma out to center ice. Karatai picks it up, skates backwards. 40 seconds to go here in the first. Wrangler fans starting to make some noise. They got Haggerty, and another good stick from Jakob Harvanek of Oklahoma. Duhon, DeRosa to Mac Blue, and then thrown into the other side of the ice by Oklahoma. 20 seconds to go now. Tipped in by Amarillo. Stuskey's going to wait and leave it. Burleson to O.C. Ashley. 10 seconds as Oklahoma have one more rush at it. Rooney trying to work it up the far wall. Rooney trying to get around to O'Rourke with 5 seconds left. Now 4, now 3. The Wranglers will spin it around, and that'll do it. The Warriors completely in dominance of this first period. They outshoot the Wranglers 11-5. However, we're tied at 1 due to an unfortunate giveaway right in front of the net. So that's where we sit, 1-1. Between Oklahoma and Amarillo, it's A.J. Owinski who got the scoring started for the Warriors from Ben Osiashvili and Easton Rooney. Again, shots 11-5 in favor of Oklahoma. We'll be back with the second period in about 17 minutes. You're watching Oklahoma Warrior hockey right here on NATV. Welcome back inside of the Civic Center. It's 1-1 between the Oklahoma Warriors and the Amarillo Wranglers. The Warriors were dominant in that first period, out shooting the Wranglers 11-5. They scored the first goal of the game with at the 13-minute mark, and had several really good chances that Casimir Weckstrom stopped all of them. And then a bad giveaway from Oklahoma right in front of the net of Billy Stusky allowed the Wranglers to tack one on in just their short amount of shots. There hasn't been a ton of really good looks for Amarillo other than that giveaway, obviously. So Oklahoma, you've got to be happy with how that first period went. Obviously, other than what's on the scoreboard at the moment. Keep that up, and I think you're going to be really happy once the final buzzer rings. We'll see what happens here in this second period. Fun stats for you, folks. When Oklahoma is tied after 20 minutes of play this season, they are 4-4. However, when they score the first goal of the game, which they have done now 28 times this season, they are 17-11. So we'll see if they can add to that column in the winning side of it, as we are set here for period number 2 between Oklahoma and Amarillo. Underway back at the Civic Center. We'll go over some scores from around the South Division as Amarillo has no icing. Looked like that was going to be for sure icing, but none such called. Tipped in front of the net, and it goes out wide. Brought back down by Hegarty, trying to drag it away from Harvanek. Owinski got taken down. And Owinski up the wall. Smith comes in. He scores! An immediate answer for the Wranglers to start the period. Beat Billy Stusky under his left arm, and that's not a great start for Oklahoma. Crew Smith. Well, let's go take a look at some of the scores. Why don't we now? And for some reason, my computer thinks we're in January. That doesn't make sense. All right, back to where we're at. In the South Division, 2-1 Amarillo, obviously, just now. Shreveport and Odessa tied 0-0. They are in the middle of the second period. Over to Fort Worth, it is Lone Star 3, Corpus 0 after 20 minutes of play. So all Lone Star in that one. Oklahoma needs to find a way to come back here into this one and get this lead taken away and tied back up. 2-1 Wranglers. Just 35 seconds into the period, Trace Day into the zone for Weckstrom, who leaves it behind his net. Ogle up the wall, and he found his man. Here comes Amarillo, try to get in front. Jackson Hone, good stick lift. And sent Amarillo the other way. Davis, pestered, had it taken away. Goodness gracious. Amarillo coming out with some tenacity to start this second period. To the blue line, Koval. Koval through traffic. That one, Billy sees all the way and grabs it. We'll redo the face-off. Burleson to Galmore, and Oklahoma out of the zone. Couldn't hang on to the puck, however, as Amarillo sends it in. Tips, no icing. Stusky will drop it off for Burleson. Burleson around Kish, and up ahead Duhon. Out of the zone, but given right back to Amarillo. See if Oklahoma can get back to that offensive prowess that they had. Boulanger centering pass. Deflected, loose in the slot. Stusky a save. Rebound. Stusky grabbed the shot that was thrown right back to him. Oh man, this has been not a great start for Oklahoma in this second period. Face off, there's a shot that's blocked. That was Ryder Rivard eating it up. Really well done there. Mac Blue providing pressure. Wranglers all the way out to center. O'Rourke carrying it by himself. O'Rourke in front. Got all the way through the other side. Hash marks thrown around. Settles behind the net of Stusky. Billy has no idea where it is. It's on the net. And we will have a whistle from Hartunian. First 3 shots of the period go in favor of the home team here. They've been living in this side of the zone in these first 2 minutes. They start out with it again. Now it ping-pongs out to Ozzy Ashley, but again, given it right back to Amarillo. As that puck sent out, and we have a big hit after the play, and now everybody grabbing a body. Oh boy, Rooney. With a Wrangler grabbing him. There's a big hit on Haggerty after the play. And Haggerty slow to get up. I didn't see it initially. One man in the box for Oklahoma, one man in the box for Amarillo. Smith in the box. Owinski in the box for Oklahoma. The officials talking about any further penalizations. And A.J. Owinski is being kicked out. It is a 5-minute boarding call on A.J. Owinski. Oh boy. Coach Berge and Coach Leibold not arguing it, so Mr. Hartunian might be on point with this one, but that is a big loss for Oklahoma. A.J. Owinski gone, and the Wranglers have a 5-minute power play now. Back-to-back games with an ejection from Hartunian against Oklahoma. Cam Ross will serve the penalty. A.J. Owinski, a game misconduct. He's done for the night. Warriors shorthanded here. This is Trace Day. Day. Quick shot up high and around the boards it goes to Davis. Excuse me, I said shorthanded. We're playing 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. So see if Oklahoma can get a 4-on-4 goal and try and tie this up before they have to kill off 3 minutes of major penalty time for the Wranglers. It'll be icing on Amarillo, so an ozone draw coming here for Oklahoma. AJ not the one to, you'd think, to pick up a boarding major, but it is what it is. So AJ potentially done for tomorrow as well. Warriors work it out. Denny O, high slot, now spins away. Denny working with Harvanek, goes over that way. Harvanek just had to shove it in and gave it back to the Wranglers. Amarillo, out to center. Denny got it back to Harvanek. And then, oh man, they had it with Kish. Instead, put it on the net of Wexstrom, who will hold and cover. 1:09 left to go. Here, a 4-on-4. Ozone draw, Mac Blue. Rivard out there as well. Burleson and Bertrand, the other two. Rivard. As Amarillo looks ahead, Boulanger has a goal already in this one. Has it taken away by Bertrand. Boulanger trying to get it back. And it's pushed away for Oklahoma. Here comes the Warriors. Burleson, Rivard to Blue, got loose right side, Blue across to Rivard, couldn't put a shot on. Bertrand got it back down low below the red line. Burleson able to keep it in left circle. Burleson now below the red line again, around the net, and dropped it off, looking for Mac Blue, who's being hooked and sent down. No call there. Blue couldn't move due to the stick of Boulanger. 21 seconds left to 4-on-4, and then it is a 3-minute power play for the Wranglers. O'Rourke knocked down. Got it back. 10 seconds left to 4-on-4. Thornton couldn't enter. And the Wranglers, I think, will bring it all the way back to start to organize their power play as they begin it. Oklahoma stole the puck, however, in front. Oklahoma shot, missed it. Oh, wow. I think it was tipped as well. Galnor had a great look at it, but had it sent aside. And the Wranglers' power play begins here, 2-on-2. A.J. Owinski not on the ice. Thornton shot, saved Billy Stuskey, rebound got loose, and the Wranglers to the blue line. Rasega, Owinski, one of the best penalty killers for Oklahoma, was why I brought it up. And Oklahoma stole it away from Amarillo. Matthias Christensen, a good clearance. So the goal scorer for Oklahoma has been ejected from tonight's game. 45 seconds have ticked off this 3-minute major power play for the Wranglers as Rasega will enter. Rasega, blue line almost came out. They keep it in. Now they turn it over. Mason Wright's got it up for Trace Day, one-on-one. Trace through one leg, now around the other, and couldn't quite get back to the puck. And then Day slammed into the glass. Up ahead, Wranglers have to stay on side, and they do. Gentler turns it over. Day across for Denny O. And Denny looking, Burleson tips it on. Didn't really need to do that as the Warriors still in the penalty kill, but it's okay. Eating up some more clock. Minute and a half to go on the power play for the Wranglers. Burleson a stick. Knocked it away, but the Wranglers got loose. It's a 2-on-1. Wranglers in front, lost it, now got it back. Dolan, right circle, trying to settle it down, and he will. He'll go across to Smith. Smith, left circle, now down low. Back to Smith. He'll just put a shot on, missed the net badly. Wide to the left of Stuskey. Around the boards it goes. Boulanger, hash marks. Boulanger took a hit. Dolan over to the right circle. Blue line, Smith again, gives it back. O'Rourke, cross ice. Boulanger around, they score. Stuskey creeping out too much right there, and the Wranglers tally a third. Ten shots on net for the Wranglers, and they found the back of the net on 3 of them. Power play will continue for the Wranglers due to the major penalty. It was a good kill for 2.5 minutes, but not good enough. Wranglers continue, a 2-goal lead now. It got past defensive Oklahoma, then taken away by Mason Wright. Warriors top line is going to need to get active with Day. Rasega into the waiting glove of Stusky. 28 seconds to go on the power play. Was a good call on Owinski, by the way. Not necessarily, I don't know, it could be either way for the game misconduct, but at least a penalty for sure. Warriors win the draw and will lift it down the ice. Now work to do for the Warriors, who looked like they were going to be in complete control of this one. Gave up an early goal here in the second, and then now a power play goal. 13:02. 5 seconds left here as we wrap up the major penalty. Oklahoma back to full strength, and they need to turn on the gears here. Oklahoma's out of the box. Look out. Oh, my goodness. They had a chance. Out to right side. Blue shot. That one tipped. Goes off the glass and out of play. Oh, my goodness. The Warriors were coming out of the box, and they had a wide open right side of the ice, but Cam Ross just checked out to the bench, which as a defenseman, I guess I understand, but oh, man, that could have been a great chance for Oklahoma. We're back to full strength. 3-1 lead for Amarillo. Face off, the Wranglers have it. And into the zone, it'll be icing on Amarillo. Face off, comes back for Oklahoma. They'll keep it in the zone. Denio with all sorts of space. In front, tip saved Weckstrom. And a huge collision in the net. We're still playing as Weckstrom's trying to get up. The Warriors lift it down and out of the reach of Weckstrom. Wow. Denny along the boards for DeRosa. And Joey will skate it upwards. DeRosa off the boards now behind the net of Weckstrom. Koval going to try and come out, and he will. All the way to center. Koval still with it. Koval over to Dolan. Dolan shot, missed the net, got through Stusky. Blue line, Boulanger. Boulanger tipped, and that one goes away to the side. Koval tried to throw it back on net. The Wranglers have it for the moment, and Oklahoma will gather it back. Harvanek. Over to Galnor. Where will the offense come from Oklahoma? There's a shot, missed the net wide to the left of Weckstrom. And he'll hold his glove over it and cover with 11:34 to go in the second. Media timeout here in the middle frame. It is a 2-goal period so far for the Wranglers. They lead at 3-1 over Oklahoma. Back in a few right here from the Civic Center. And Coach Berge is sick of what he has been seeing in these last 8.5 minutes. Can't blame him. But he needs somebody to step up for his team right now and create some offense. Chances have been there for Oklahoma. They just have not capitalized. And then they have hurt themselves on the other end with turnovers. Face off, Dominic Kish. It is one back by the Wranglers. Up the wall, Cam Ross saw it, trying to play it. Spun around was Ross. No call, and now here comes Coach Berge letting the refs hear it. There's a shot, save Billy Stusky out in front. Stusky got smoked. And now there's a big scrum behind the net. Oh my gosh. Cam Ross just dove on a Wrangler, and now there's big punches being thrown inside the cage. My goodness, Cam Ross will take a seat because he dove on a Wrangler and started laying into one of them, protecting his goaltender and his teammate. There's two Wranglers I watched throw clear punches. We'll see what Hartunian has to say when we settle everything up. Benjamin Bertrand going to the box as well for Oklahoma. Wow, is there going to be a penalty on Oklahoma? Discussion here from Perrin and Hartunian. 2-minute penalty on Amarillo. It's a double minor. And it's going to be an Oklahoma power play. Bertrand has been taken out of the box. Did I see that correctly? It was a double minor? Or my man with the whiteboard who shows me the penalties and goals is going to have a field day with his marker here, trying to understand everything that has transpired. Either way, it's an Oklahoma power play that needs to be converted immediately for the Warriors. 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. So it is just Cam Ross in the box for Oklahoma. Honright, O.C. Asheville, O, and Day are the 5 for Oklahoma. Still waiting for some penalties to be assessed on the scoreboard here in Amarillo. It is a double minor on Amarillo's 18, Colos Fair. A 2-minute penalty on Oklahoma's Cam Ross, so it is a 2-minute power play for Oklahoma. Got to convert here if you're the Warriors. Have to. Shreveport and Odessa are tied up at 1, nearing the end of the second period. El Paso leads New Mexico 1-0. Still 3-0 Lone Star over Corpus Christi. Face off, Mason Wright. Power play for Oklahoma. The Warriors will start out with it. Denny O over to Hone. Hone top of the left circle. Goes back to O. Denny skates the blue line over to Trace Day. Spreading things out is Oklahoma. Day to O. O right circle. Across looking for O.C. Asheville. And it will come out of the zone. Got to put shots on net here if you're Oklahoma. You cannot afford to have empty power plays where you don't at least create chances. Passing's great, but put it towards the net. You've already seen Weckstrom give up a couple of grade A chances on rebounds. Jackson Hone. The Warriors are onside and cleared down by Amarillo. Warriors making some noise here, the fans are. Hone, they will enter. Hone now slows it down and drops it off. Nice find, Trace Day. In front, O.C. Ashley Weckstrom got back and made a terrific stop. O.C. Ashley was all alone. Blue line, Denio skates left. 55 seconds to go on the power play. Hone, top of the slot, over to Day. In front, O.C. Ashley missed the net. Hone. And Oklahoma had a lot of puck watching there, and it's cleared down by Amarillo. 40 seconds to go. Oklahoma changes up the power play unit. Twice, O.C. Ashley alone in the slot and just couldn't put it on net. 30 seconds. Oklahoma spending all of their power play time behind the net. Now they got to go. Burleson to Blue. And Oklahoma's offsides. "19 seconds to go on the power play for Oklahoma. It has not been as ugly as we've seen before, but it has not been pretty by any means. Warriors win the draw. Got to go quick here. Galnor sends it in, racing Thornton for it. And Kish and Rivard collide. They push it over, but nobody there. And Amarillo will clear it out. Here they come, one-on-one. Another man tracking. It's a 2-on-1 now. Lupo in front, shorthanded. They couldn't connect. There's a good try as Amarillo has cleared away the second power play of the game for Oklahoma. Duhon, Rivard, numbers here for Oklahoma. Got to go quick. Rivard to Galnor, or excuse me, Duhon. Duhon shot into the chest of Weckstrom. Three shots in the period so far for Oklahoma. That is 11 minutes of gameplay. Face off, Trace Day's shot is tipped off of a stick in front of him. Dug out by Mason, right, spun away. Mason, red line, tried to center a pass. Waiting was Hone, who has the puck now. Hone to Day in the circle. And Trace, dangerous pass. Has it stolen away. Now got away from everyone. And Oklahoma will try and reload into the zone. Jackson Hone, Day, and a pass stolen. Davis just outraced. Dolan beat him. Dolan skates in. Backhand. Oh, what a save from Billy Stusky. And out comes Oklahoma the other way. Trace Day needs something from the big man. Day, right circle, holds, comes in front to right. In the slot, shot gloved Weckstrom. Big stop from the right pad of Billy Stusky. Fun fact, in my now second year of broadcasting with the Warriors, Oklahoma has not won a Friday night game. Hopefully the Warriors can turn the tides of this one as Cam Ross slings one into the zone. Ogle spun away from one man, pushed back to the blue line and out of the zone. Rasega got loose, still has it. Rasega, red line, centering pass. The net comes flying off. And it will end up in a no-zone draw coming here for Amarillo. Face off. Blue line. Rooney had his stick ripped away, got it back. Rasega behind the net. Gentler being held by Bertrand as well. And then Bertrand took him down. Oklahoma will break it out to center. DeRosa. Somebody's got to provide some sort of spark for the Warriors. Bertrand swung it over, but into empty space. Bertrand, Duhan. And Alexander will throw it back to Harvanek. Jakob, Kish, Galnor. Along the boards, Kish able to hold it for the moment, tried to drop it off for Galnor. Jakob into the mix of the hash marks. Now taken away Kish. Kish pressured. And the puck held in for the moment by Oklahoma. Now Duhan. Duhan tried to go across the Dominic Kish. Dominic holding on the wall through his legs and then knocked out of the zone by Amarillo. Harvanek with pressure all over him. Over to Dominic. And up the wall and out of the zone. Amarillo back for Hedquist now. 6.5 to go in the second period. 3-1 Amarillo, who scored 35 seconds into the frame and then added a power play goal on top of it. Warriors are offside. They'll have to touch up. They'll make a couple of changes. Amarillo near side to those of you watching at home. Do they ice the puck? They do. Ozo draw for Oklahoma here. Mason Wright, Mason Wright, Ryder Rivard, and Mac Blue out there for Oklahoma. Around the boards, Davis couldn't keep it in. Rivard at center, goes over to Mac Blue, good find. Blue enters, Blue leaves, Christensen in the right circle. Matthias Christensen looking in front, Rivard stopped in front. Oh, it was a nice looking play there from Oklahoma, just couldn't capitalize. Amarillo on the other end now. Thornton got past right, in front, saved by Billy Stusky, and Rivard got cleaned in the middle of the ice. Wow, that was a big hit. Rivard quickly back up. Into the zone, Amarillo. They turn it over, Davis stole it, and then Amarillo out of the zone again. Trace Day with a lot of speed. Day all the way through, in front, he scores! Oh, the magician, Trace Day! Now you see me, now you don't. 3-2 for the newly appointed alternate captain. That is just nifty work from Trace Day, who scores in a building he has scored a lot in before. You needed somebody to answer the bell for you if you're Oklahoma, and that is the man you would love to get going. 3-2. Now can you ride some of the momentum as Day stole the puck at center? Just beat everybody and then went top shelf. Is this icing on Amarillo? No, it is not. It's waved off. Wow. Burleson had him beaten. A penalty coming up here on Oklahoma. And Coach Berge might jump out on the ice for Hartunian right now. It was an icing at first that was not called. And then Burleson gets called for a holding. And Coach Berge lighting into Hartunian right now. Looks like O'Brien missed the icing call, and now Oklahoma's back on the PK, and this has to be a good PK. Second one of the night for the Warriors. They had to kill off a 3-minute one earlier, now a 2-minute one, and we're going to redo the faceoff. This one goes in favor of the Wranglers is Smith. Hash marks Rasega. Rasega looking in front off the side of the cage. Oklahoma will clear. Do I spy a shorthanded goal in our future? I might make that call here, folks. Here's Rasega. Over to Smith. And then flipped in. Nobody there for Amarillo, and Oklahoma's Day can hold it and clear it down. Minute 20 to go on the power play for the Wranglers. Rasega pressured immediately by Dominic Kish, and then on comes Day. They collide. Rasega trying to take advantage of the extra man. Rasega looking. Cross ice pass back door. Stusky jumps on it and covers it up. And now more grabbing from each other. Each team, if you get what I'm saying. Right circle draw here as the power play continues for Amarillo, but it's cleared down by Oklahoma. Spinning puck and a high stick called here on Amarillo. Is a delayed high stick. And where will the face-off come? All the way into the zone. Interesting. Minute and 1 to go on the power play for the Wranglers. Christensen, after the face-off win for Oklahoma around, stopped by Weckstrom. Dominic Kish quickly after it. The Wranglers settle it behind their own net. Where do they go? Left, right, left, right. They will go right. 45 seconds to go on the man advantage. 3:45 to go here in this second period. Oklahoma, last goal of the period from Trace Day. Dolan got through. Dolan, the net comes off its moorings, and Oklahoma will try and clear. They can't, as the Warriors throw the net back on to its pegs. .31 seconds to go on the power play. Another face-off win for Oklahoma. Davis can't clear it down. A loose puck is held by Hegarty. Gentler got loose. Gentler, red line. Now below for Hegarty. Lost the puck for the moment. Christensen physical, pinning it up against the boards. Swung around and up the wall to Smith. Has a goal here tonight, Smith does. Rasega, left circle, now down low. First pass fanned on, now up to the blue line. Smith, it's loose. Here's Oklahoma. Jakob Galnor with Mason Wright. They have to tag up Galnor. Right circle, Galnor. Shot, oh man, it was open, that top left corner, and it just missed. Warriors have killed off the penalty. And the Warriors back to full strength with 3 minutes to go. Good kill from Oklahoma. 2:45 to go here in the second period. Mason Wright dancing around. Enters, pauses at the hash marks, and threw himself down in a tornado. Amarillo the other way, they're offsides. There's the whistle from O'Brien. 2:34 to go here in the second. Big penalty kill right there from Oklahoma. Well done. Can you tie this thing up? Face off. Bouncing puck is taken by Oklahoma. Harvanek, Denio, and Mac Blue. They enter. They're onside blue. In front for Rivard. Tried to get a tip in front. Couldn't do it. Rivard swings it back to the blue line. Harvanek. Harvanek across. Not a great pass. And here come the Wranglers. They enter, and Harvanek says, see you later. Out of the zone, Oklahoma pushes it. 2:10 to go. Back into the corner for Harvanek, and a whistle. Offsides are the Wranglers. Take one more look at the scores here before the break. 1-1 still between Shreveport and Odessa after 40 minutes of play. Still 3-0 Lone Star over Corpus in a very exciting game. Only 18 shots between the two teams. 12 for Lone Star, 6 for Corpus. And a 3-0 lead for the Brahmas. And it is still 1-0 El Paso over New Mexico. 20th goal of the season for Trace Day has the Warriors back within one. Ross to center for Kish. And Kish around Bertrand, who pops it up into the corner. Evstigneff trying to hang on to it. Hit off the linesman, Perrin, Evstigneff. Into the zone, got around Ross. Evstigneff went down, and a penalty coming up here on Oklahoma again. Pushing and shoving over in the corner, Kish in the mix. And the Warriors cannot stay out of the box here in this second period. It is a trip on Cam Ross. And the Warriors once again back on the penalty kill. Third time this period they've had to kill off a 3-minute penalty, a 2-minute penalty, and now another 2-minute penalty. If Oklahoma's able to kill this off, well, we'd at least go to the end of the second period. And there would be 19 seconds in the third period of power play time running over. Got to kill this off if you're Oklahoma. I know we just said that, but you got to do it again. Face off is taken by the Wranglers. Resega. Christensen picked his pocket. Loose puck in the corner. Warriors trying to poke it out. Push down and around. Davis out wide and a clearance. Good hard work there from Christensen and Nolan Davis of Oklahoma. Minute 20 to go here in the period. In 19 seconds will remain on the clock in a period 3 if Amarillo does not score. Resega to the blue line, Gentler. Back to Resega, red line in front, got all the way through. Kept in by Smith. Pushes it into Lupo. Gentler digging in there as well. Davis worked it out. Mason Wright can go to work here with Trace Day, and he does. Over to Day, one-on-one. Trace looking left circle, in front to right, no. And the puck settles behind the net. 1 minute to go, actually 50 seconds to go, I should say, here in the period. Wranglers, they turned it over, and Trace Day almost was able to get to it. Long shift for Trace. O'Rourke around his net, 30 seconds to go in the frame. O'Rourke all the way in, lost it, now got it back. O'Rourke high slot. So much room. Now over to the right side, Harvinek pushes it away. O'Rourke turned it over, Trace Day's all alone. Here comes Trace, eyes on a second. Day, Trace missed the net high. Oh man, it was a perfect opportunity for Oklahoma, 10 seconds to go. Loose puck, it comes out in the slot again. Backhand, they score! Joey DeRosa with 1.8 remaining. The Warriors strike short-handed and tie us up before the second period buzzer. Trace Day off of an Amarillo turnover, kept it into the zone, squeaked it out to DeRosa, and Joey easy like Sunday morning through the wickets of Weckstrom. Three after 40 minutes of play. What an answer, a response from Oklahoma. And you can hear the fans cheering them on as they enter their tunnel. Joey DeRosa back on the score sheet for the first time in a while. Sat out for quite a bit. due to an injury. He picks up his first goal since his return, 5th of the season for Joey, a short-handed tally. And we're knotted up at 3 apiece. The shots an 18-13 favor for Oklahoma. We'll take a break. Warriors still have 19 seconds of power play time to kill off for Amarillo when we return. But they are happy to be tied after going down 2 early in the second. We're knotted up at 3, a fun finish here from the Amarillo Civic Center right after this. Welcome back inside of the Amarillo Civic Center. It is a 3-3 hockey game. The Warriors striking short-handed before the end of the second period to tie us up at 3. They are out shooting Amarillo at the moment 18-13. And it has been kind of a weird game, a little bit of playing with their food. It looks like, at least from my perspective, and maybe many of you at home will agree, that started out strong, outshot Odessa 11-5, had the first goal of the game, gave up a bad turnover, and then allowing Amarillo to score early. But other than that, dominating that first period, then Amarillo comes out and punches you right in the mouth, scoring 35 seconds into that second period, and then tallying on another one due to a major penalty on the power play to make it a 3-1 game. And then it just was kind of ugly back and forth for both teams until Trace Day said, "I'm doing this myself," and took it himself and buried it up and over the shoulder of Weckstrom to make it a 3-2 game. And then towards the end, with 1.8 left in the second period, Joey DeRosa short-handed a backhand through the 5-hole of Weckstrom to give Oklahoma the tying goal to make it 3-3. We are in the third period here in Amarillo. Who will we crown a winner here tonight? A big 2 points on the line for Oklahoma this evening. Power play continues for Amarillo. They'll have 17 seconds to go on. There's a shot all the way through. Loose. Stuskey saved it. Oh, and he got back over to make another terrific stop. Wow, Billy Stuskey has had 2 really nice saves here so far tonight. That one being the biggest of the moment so far. We're back to full strength hockey, 5-on-5. The Warriors push it across as Nolan Davis flips it in, settles behind the net of Weckstrom. Up ahead, turned over. Oklahoma's got it with Bertrand, and he'll send it right back in as well. Flipped in, Stuskey, oh, a bouncer, tested him. Grabbed it with his glove on his left hand. Ozone draw coming here for Amarillo. Face off on the right side of Stuskey, and Oklahoma's got it back over and up for Duhon. Duhon will enter. Duhon dragging his way through. There's a man wide open in front of the net was Kish. Couldn't find him as the puck goes through a couple of players and up out to center. Oklahoma's offsides. They have to wait to touch it before Fair grabs it and rips it around Billy Stuskey. Up ahead, Galnor. DeRosa. Fresh off his goal. Nice find right side. Warriors shot. Missed the net high. Oh, they had it. Harvanek keeps it in the blue line. Swings it over Denny O. Denny across. That pass had Duhon wide open if it got through that first layer of defense. Into the corner again. Harvanek got tripped up and taken down. No call. Interesting. Puck stays on the Warriors' stick. As Harvanek goes up ahead to DeRosa again. Ryder Rivard in the mix. Force a turnover in front. DeRosa. DeRosa saved Weckstrom. Knocked down. Loose puck for Mac Blue. Blue. Harvanek. And Harvey. Down low. Rivard tangled up. Goes free to Harvanek again. Bumped off the puck is Jakob. And up but turned over. Rivard's got it. Rivard over to right. Right shot. Missed it. Out wide. Blue's got it back. Puts it on net. Weckstrom save. Rebound Rivard. Rivard in front. Mason Wright behind the net. The Warriors threatening. Mason Wright to the blue line. Denny O. Denny swings it over Christensen. Christensen will wrap it around for Mason Wright. Mason to the blue line out of the reach of O. Full change for Amarillo. Stuskey pushes it up the wall to Mason. And Wright. Christensen. Heavy touch there from Christensen, who lost it, and the Wranglers able to keep it in the zone. Bewers cross ice pass deflected, got it back. Red line, save made, Billy Stuskey. And over for Davis. Davis around the boards, Rooney and Wright. And out wide, Christensen just out of his reach. As the Wranglers re-enter, they've got numbers. Everyone in front, shot, missed it. Oh, wow. The Warriors get away with one right there as Amarillo coughed up a 3-on-0 opportunity. Trace Day now. Trace, top of the circle. Holding the hash marks, got sandwiched. O.C. Asheville pressured his man. 16:35 to go. Worked out to the hash marks, Kish. Along the skates of Hartunian and over for Karatai. Karatai around the boards and has iced the puck for Amarillo. Wow, what a stop by Oklahoma to ruin that chance for the Wranglers. They had it and just could not capitalize. Play those trumpets. Dominic Kish, Trace Day, Jackson Hone. Day waits, top of the circle. Kish, kicked out, Burleson puts it on net, just missed it wide left. Hone digs it out. Hone, cross ice, Burleson. Burleson to Day, high slot. Hone, one-timer, blocked before it got through. Kept in by Day. Day. Hone, Day gets slammed into the boards, loose puck in the circle, and Burleson elects to play back. Probably a wise decision there from Trent. As Dominic Kish takes the puck back and sends it into the zone. Quick change with Joey DeRosa. Ogle around, topped over the stick of Stusky. Hone, out and Oklahoma's in business. Here they come. Trace Day through the legs to DeRosa with speed. DeRosa had it poked aside. Freed up Bertrand. Bertrand through traffic, gone all the way through. Denny O comes in, right circle. Denny holding, now drops it off. As DeRosa tries to spin away. A lot of puck watching there from Oklahoma, and Resega's got it for Amarillo. Into the zone, Amarillo. Dangerous area that comes out, top of the left circle. That shot missed the net wide. Stusky hops back. And Denny O looking forward for Oklahoma with 15 minutes remaining. Denny fires it off the glass, full change for Oklahoma around the boards. Resega, big bounce off the skate of Resega, and Amarillo goes backwards here. O'Rourke ahead and into the zone. Is this icing on Amarillo? It is. .14:50 to go. Oklahoma, can they get back to dominating the offensive side of the puck? Blue, right, Rivard. Good time for Ryder Rivard to pick up his first North American Hockey League goal. They go that way to Rivard, who got spun around like a top. Puck stays in the zone to Mason Wright. Mason rips it around. There is Rivard. Rivard, Mac Blue, tries to go back to Rivard, didn't see the puck. Harvanek just manhandles his man, sends him away. Harvanek couldn't quite get a clean pass away. Puck stays in the zone, turned over, Mason Wright. Wright holding in the midst of the three defensemen basically there for Amarillo, and the Wranglers able to work it out. Stusky leaves it behind his net, has to get rid of it quickly and does. Stusky got bumped from behind. And Oklahoma clearance out to center ice. Here's Dolan. Dolan into the zone, centering man, they score! It's Boulanger, a hat trick. And the Wranglers have the lead back. .43 Amarillo. 14 minutes to play here in the third. It has been one man every time Oklahoma has played Amarillo, one player. It was Hegarty in the first series here against Oklahoma. Had 5 goals against the Warriors, Hegarty did. And now Boulanger with a hat trick of his own to start this series. Now you got to get back on your horse if you're Oklahoma. Warriors win the draw. Christensen, O.C. Ashley bumped hard into the glass. And Davis into the zone. Warriors wanted a penalty, not going to come. Into the zone. Worked out by Kish. Kish, the blue line, Davis. Davis taking a couple of bumps. And freed up O.C. Ashley. Christensen, oh, blockered away by Weckstrom. Warriors, Rooney dug it out to Kish, back to Rooney. Rooney in front, O.C. Ashley, backhand, knocked aside. Oklahoma threatening here again as Amarillo will clear it out. You put pressure on the Wranglers, they're gonna turn the puck over. They have done that time and time again. Can they provide enough pressure that Oklahoma finds the back of the net one more time to tie it up? One shot in 7 minutes for Oklahoma. Stretch pass for Trace. Day got loose. Day through one man, lost the puck, now got it back. Day being held from behind, no call. Freed up now for Hone. Hone, Day taken down, penalty coming up here on Amarillo. Finally a penalty called from Hartooni, and Day was held and he had to be ripped down to the ice for a penalty to be called. Power play time for Oklahoma. A power play that has been cold here tonight. 0 for 2 are the Warriors. It is a high stick that is the call. Power play here for Oklahoma, 0 for 2 tonight. Can they make it 1 for 3? It'll start going off backwards for Amarillo, who couldn't clear it fully. Loose puck, Warriors have it for the moment. Day tangled up, and Amarillo will eventually clear it. Denny O, Trace Day, Mason Wright, Ben O.C. Ashley. O.C. Ashley, Hone. Blue line O, squished between a couple of blue jerseys, and it pops out, Amarillo will clear. Stusky for Hone. Warriors a little too loose with the puck right now. O.C. Ashley, Hone. And now they look forward. Jackson Hone crosses the center red line and got through one layer but has it cleared down again. Minute gone on the power play, and another ugly one for the Warriors, at least so far. Denny O to Mason Wright, found Trace Day. They go, they're onside blue, back to Day, behind the net Trace. Had it poked away, and Amarillo lifts it up and over the hand of Denny O. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Mac Blue at center, out for Kish. And Dominic cycles back. Need to go forward, the Warriors do. 30 seconds to go. Kish to Duhan. And then into the corner, Galnor. Galnor, they finally are able to set it up. Burleson, top of the right circle. Trent dodges a stick. Trent to Duhan. Back to Burleson. And the puck will come out of the zone. 10 seconds to go. Another empty power play for Oklahoma. Burleson, Duhan. Duhan looking over to Galnor. Back to Duhan in front, and they can't put a shot on net. Duhan's got it. Duhan right circle holding. Somebody shoot it. Duhan threw it right to a Wrangler. And their Amarillo has gone 3 for 3 on the penalty kill tonight. 10:35 to go in the third. Haggerty, a near angle shot saved by Billy. Burleson to Trace Day. And Day will flip it in where it's stopped by Hedquist. Second power play tonight with no shots on it for Oklahoma. Into the corner, Davis. Worked it free, found Joey DeRosa. Joey tripped up, and a penalty again coming up here on Amarillo. Now you've got to find a way. Somehow, some way, find a way to at least shoot the puck here. Power play number 4 for Oklahoma. They are 0 for 3 tonight. It'll start out with the second unit for Oklahoma. Galnor, Blue, Kish, and Bertrand, who has the puck at the blue line. Kish, down low Duhan, back to Kish. Bertrand, looking, Bertrand through traffic, that one's blocked, loose in the slot, Blue. Pushes it in the corner, Galnor. And Galnor around for Dominic, and it caught away from him. Bertrand to Kish, got to be careful with the puck, although they give it back to Amarillo. O'Rourke, clearance, out to center. We'll see how long Coach Berge waits to change units. 30 seconds gone here on this power play. Bertrand to Blue, Warriors enter, into the corner, Kish. Kish puts it on net, but missed it wide, and nobody home for Oklahoma is another clearance. That'll be it for the second power play unit. On comes number 1 for Oklahoma. This is Bertrand with Hone, Osi, Asheville, and Day. A power play that desperately needs to get something going. Hone tried to dangle it around, didn't work out. Hedquist holds into the corner. Osi, Asheville digging for it. Puck popped loose. Day, can he get there? Resega trying to clear and will. 45 seconds to go on the power play. The Warriors have had back-to-back power plays, no shots yet. Bertrand enters, leaves for Day. And Bertrand not paying attention, wanted the change all the way around. Hone, a scoop, and forces it out to Day. Day, cross ice, found Mason cutting to the net in front, couldn't keep it on his stick, and the Wranglers clear. 20 seconds left on the power play. Still no shots on net for Oklahoma. To Hone, and they're offsides. It has just been ugly on the power play tonight for Oklahoma. Credit to the Wranglers, man. They've got 75% this season on the penalty kill, and it has been 100% tonight. Face-off, Warriors still have it. 10 seconds to go on the power play, so not over yet. Davis just says, get out of my way. Rooney to the blue line, Christensen, 2 seconds left, power play over. And here come the Wranglers. No, Perrin whistles for what, 6 men on the ice? Wow, the Warriors are back on the power play. Linesman Perrin all over it. Too many men on the ice on Amarillo, and the third straight power play for Oklahoma. This is unbelievable. Coach Berge, is he calling a timeout? We haven't had a media timeout yet, because I believe of all the power plays. The Warriors, if they can just start shooting the puck, I'm sure they're going to find some success. Third in a row for Oklahoma. Is the third time the charm. Down a goal. 7:47 to go. Yeah, we have false starts all the way around. Face off. A win by Amarillo. And Trace Day can't keep it in. Goes all the way down for Stusky, who backhands it around for Day. Warriors have been unable to really get things set up as they now come upwards for Trace. Around his man. 3-on-2 Oklahoma. Day. Right circle Day. Holding. And Day gets leveled down to a minute and a half to go on the power play. Mason Wright working down low. Right to the blue line, Denny O. They've got the separation they want. Now Day down low. Back to Day. Looking over, Denny O in front, across. One-timer, they score! It's Joey DeRosa ×2. The third time is the charm on the power play for Oklahoma. Joey DeRosa, his second of the night. How that puck got through from Denny O, I do not know, but it works, and Oklahoma, hallelujah, has found one on the power play to tie this game up at 4. Bouncing puck off of a trio of sticks. It is 4-4 with 6:51 to go. Dominic Kish, centering pass. Oh, Galnor couldn't put it home. It was there at the hash marks. Oklahoma trying to take advantage of the momentum that is on their side at the moment. The puck, where on earth did it go? Nobody has any clue. It's out of play. Might stay in the zone for an O-zone draw. The second shot on net for Oklahoma is a goal from Joey DeRosa, Trace Day, and Denny O. The second shot on net in this third period. Unreal. Two horrible power plays, and then you get rewarded with a third one. And they cash in. Face off. Blue. Bertrand. Left circle. Bertrand shot up high. And around. Burleson trying to keep it in the zone and does. Right to Rivard after it. Good hit from Rivard. On comes DeRosa to snag it free. DeRosa pivoting around. Took a hit. And in the corner. Blue. Blue looking. His shot. Deflected. And into the corner it goes. Around, oh no, one of the fans got hit with a puck, it looks like. Oh goodness. Warriors into the zone. We do not stop play. Rivard's got it. Rivard, right circle. His shot deflected into the corner. Burleson pops it free yet again. Warriors changing things up with 6 minutes to play. Blue line, Amarillo is onside. Denny O freezes his man. Bertrand, got to be careful of the puck here. Into the corner, Bertrand swings it around. Galnor, can he catch up to it? No, kept in by Amarillo. Into the corner, Bertrand. 5.5 to play. Bertrand just getting swung down, oh boy. Wranglers looking on the red line, and they turn it over. Duhan's got it. Duhan to Galnor. The Wranglers' new announcer, who's next to me, not as doing what I do when I'm not happy with a play, stomping his foot. I heard it resounding here. Is that puck iced? No, it is not. Denny O up the boards for Galnor. And Galnor will chop it in. Oklahoma setting up to change their alignment. That might be icing. And it is on Amarillo. Tired skaters for the Wranglers. Time to take advantage for Oklahoma with 4:48 to go in the third. emergency staff here to check on that fan who got hit in the head. We continue on with play, however, as Denio swats it to Trace Day. Loose puck here for Hone, who's got it now. Day's behind him. They go that way. Trace Day shot over the glove of Wexstrom, and it just barely clears the crossbar. Down the ice it goes. Denio, no icing. Spun away from one man, feeds it out to Harvinek. And then Hone up ahead, almost had Day, but didn't meet its mark. Rasega slows the puck up. Time here for Oklahoma with 4:12 remaining in the third. Hone to DeRosa. Joey with 2 goals here tonight, a shorthanded one and a power play goal. It's been a fun night of special teams for him. Warriors to Osi Ashvili, and they enter. Ben Osi up for Day. Day, DeRosa, Joey pushes it back. Nobody home for Oklahoma. And now Davis gonna try and push Bennett out of the way. Karatai couldn't hang on to it. Osi Ashvili up the boards. Wranglers hold and then gives it back to Oklahoma at Trace Day. One-on-one with O'Rourke. Day over to Osi Ashvili. Ben Osi pushed aside and around it goes. Amarillo up the ice. Kish wins the battle. And Kish over and into the zone for Oklahoma. 3:18 to go. Ogle around, and Oklahoma can't keep it in. There's a gamble there from Trent Burleson. It's a 2-on-1 for the Wranglers. Oh no, they're able to get back. Oklahoma is. Denio working down low. Boulanger hopped over a couple of sticks and out of the zone it goes. Wranglers offside will allow Oklahoma time. Under 3 to go here from Amarillo. A 4-4 hockey game. Denio up ahead for Wright. No icing. The puck stops right on the red line. Wranglers will clear it up and then sent right back in by Oklahoma. They do it again, the Wranglers do. Across, Dusky a stop in the slot. Oh my goodness. Good stop there from Billy, and it's a 3-on-2 for Oklahoma the other way. Mason Wright now stops, goes cross ice, Gallnor, his shot gloved Wexstrom. Anywhere else but the glove, and it's in. It was Davis, not Gallnor, excuse me. Not sure how I got those two mixed up, but hard to see from up here in the rafters in Amarillo. An excellent chance there for Oklahoma. 2:24 to go in the third. Face off. Loose puck, Amarillo's got it. They'll send it out, but right back to Oklahoma's Mac Blue. Burleson up the wall, tipped in by Rivard. Ripped around. Warriors, can they keep it in? No, it came out of the zone and they're offsides. 2:04 to go. If we do go to overtime, mind you, the Wranglers had an overtime winner against Corpus last weekend. On that Friday night game too, by the way. See if Oklahoma can maybe end this in regulation. One-one between Shreveport and Odessa late in the third. Still 3-0 Lone Star on top of Corpus. Face-off, Warriors have it to Christensen and lift it in. Off goes Jackson Hone. Wexstrom out of his crease, puts it around for Trace Day. Day, a pass across to Christensen, top of the right circle. Christensen looking, tipped in front. Wexstrom comes up with it in between his pads. Wow. Oklahoma looking for that net front tip. Face off. Warriors win it back. There's Day, is shot into the chest of Wexstrom. Oh, man, that's an all-out barrage right now from Oklahoma. Day and Hone both looking at it, ready to rip. Gave a little wink to each other right there. Four game, minute 46 to go in the final frame. That's a weird face-off drop. It is cleared down by Amarillo for maybe an icing. Davis has to beat it out. No, it's beaten out by Resega. Wranglers in the zone. Big hit behind the net. It goes. Resega pops it out the other way. Now they try and come net front. Doesn't work out. So Oklahoma's home. Out to Christensen. And the Warriors want to change. Christensen will enter. Up ahead for Hone. Christensen back to Hone with room. Hone looking. Tried to pass it across the Day. It was deflected. And then stolen back by Day. Trace Day trying to dangle around. Has it poked aside. Minute 12 to go here in the third. Out to center. Warriors, Christensen, all sorts of room. Hone and Day are alone. They go back to Hone. Hone wins the tag up. Hone then are alleviated from the play, and Burleson a swipe at it. Burleson up and into Wrangler territory. Wranglers at center with Boulanger. Evstignev. Evstignev went through Burleson. Evstignev, Dolan deflected and out of the zone. 45 seconds to go here in the third. Wranglers try and enter. Across for Denio. Burleson. And out Osiashvili. Long shift for Day. He's been out there the whole time. Osiashvili across for Mason Wright. That's knocked down. High stick. No call. 25 seconds to go. Denio will settle it down. Denny looking right on Weckstrom, who will hold and cover with 16.6. It'll be an ozone draw for Oklahoma. Galnor on, Duhan on, DeRosa will stay on. Kish and Christensen hop on for Oklahoma. $16.6 to go. Dominic Kish the draw. He'll win it right to Galnor. Shot Weckstrom, he made a save. Oh my goodness, that's the third time off of a face-off draw. Oklahoma's shot has hit Weckstrom right in his midsection for an easy stop. Galnor that time had the angle. 14.9, another face-off for Kish. Face-off. We will redo it. Gentler trying to get the best of Kish. Dominic the face-off. Galnor waits. Another awkward face-off drop. Warriors keep it in the zone. Christensen through traffic. Weckstrom gloves. 8 seconds to go. Hartunian not allowing Oklahoma to substitute. Galnor, does he have a third try at it? Kish won it. Galnor, loose puck. And Amarillo up the ice. 3 seconds, now 2. And we will have overtime here at the Amarillo County, the Amarillo Event Center. The Warriors pick up a point. That's a big point towards the standings. They need the full 2, however. Cannot afford to just pick up 1 point. They need both. It'll be overtime when we return here from the Amarillo Civic Center. 4-4 hockey game. Overtime next. It is overtime here in Amarillo. Duhan, Kish, and Galnor will be the three for Oklahoma. They're going with two Slovaks and a Czech. Resega, Haggerty, and O'Rourke for Amarillo. The Wranglers victorious last week in overtime. They will start out with the puck and want to go quick. This is O'Rourke. O'Rourke, right circle in front, missed the net. Wow, that was close. And it's worked out. Amarillo will have it out of the zone to Resega. Overtime this season for Oklahoma, 2 for 4. Wranglers have 2 losses in overtime as well. Resega with a lot of speed, dangerous skater. Resega pivots and gave it up. Jakob Galnor's got empty ice ahead of him. Galnor, a foot race. Jakob Galnor is shot, missed it wide. Resega, loose puck back for O'Rourke. Oh man, Jakob Galnor had eyes on sending us home. Resega in front all alone. Stusky, a good poke check. Duhan lost the puck. Oklahoma gonna get it back. And in the skates of Trace Day. Trace, right circle, looking for some help. And gives it back to Amarillo, and you gotta get back if you're Oklahoma. Hone, Galnor's tired, Gentler, shot, saved Billy Stusky. Long shift for Galnor, he needs a change. Wranglers, blue line, do they give it up? They do. Jackson Hone's got it. And Hone will settle it down, get fresh legs on for Galnor. Hone, Wright, and Day. This is the 3U1. Evstignev, Boulanger, and Smith are the 3 for the Wranglers. 3:20 to go here on 3:20. Mason Wright's just going to outrace everybody. Mason into the zone, now stops. Wright looks, a backhand to Trace Day. Got loose in the slot. Day in front. Weckstrom covered it up. Hone tried to go through his legs, and the Wranglers survived the rush. Smith, near side. They're going to race for it with Evstignev. Evstignev, right circle, swatted away by Oklahoma. And the Warriors with Trace Day. Denio going to try and change things up. Denio up ice. Oh my goodness, an icing called on Oklahoma. I thought DeRosa had it beaten out. Indeed, he did not. And the Warriors will have to win a draw on their own D zone. The fan who got hit in the head, by the way, with the puck is okay, it appears. Big bandage around her head, but good news, everything seems to be okay. Face off, and the Warriors will possess the puck. This is Joey DeRosa. 2 goals tonight. DeRosa, it's a 2-on-1 now for Oklahoma. DeRosa across ice, Denio, shot off the post! Oh my goodness, and here come the Wranglers, 2-on-2. Amarillo, they're onside. Haggerty, holding, left circle, still with it. Haggerty saved Billy Stusky. Read it the whole way in. Denio put it off the post. Resounding through the Civic Center. 2:15 to go. Rivard, Kish, Galnor, the 3 for Oklahoma. It is a face-off win for the Wranglers. Smith, bouncing puck. Rivard trying to take it away from Resega. Resega got loose. Resega centering pass. Galnor right there to clean it up. 2:05 to go. Galnor got hooked and then went right back into him. Dominic Kish, cross ice, Galnor. It's a 2-on-1 for Oklahoma. Galnor to right of Rivard. Left side, Rivard now spins away, creating space. Rivard, blue line, Kish. Kish left circle. Kish with speed, behind the net. Kish, centering pass, deflected, and Amarillo's Resega's got it. Warriors want to change it up. Christensen, Duhan on. 1.5 to go. Up the wall, somebody's got to get back for Oklahoma, and they do. Wranglers with Fair. Fair, loose puck, knocked aside. Gentler picks it up. 1:20 to go. Gentler looks, fires, blocked away, Billy Stusky. Amarillo to Gentler to O'Rourke, and knocked away by Duhan. 65 seconds to go. Wranglers to Hegarty. Hegarty got loose. A cross-ice pass in the skates of O'Rourke, and then taken away by Alexander Duhan. It's 2-on-0 with no Wranglers in sight. Duhan looks across. O.C. Asheville. He missed the net. To the blue line, Christensen back to O.C. Asheville. Ben looking, holding, across the Hone. Hone shot, gloved, Weckstrom. It's loose, Christensen. 35 seconds to go. Oh my goodness, unbelievable. Gentler, they enter onside. O'Rourke, shots blocked, and out of play goes the puck. A 2-on-0. A 2-on-0 and missed the net. Cannot have that, but it's okay. Oh, I mean, whoo. 2-on-0, whoo. Need a face-off win here. 27.8 to go. And Dominic Kish rises to the occasion. Face-off win. Puck knocked aside, Galnor, and they give it up in the slot. Karatai missed the net behind. It goes. Gathered down. This is Boulanger, who has 3 goals tonight already. 13 seconds to go. Kish lost his stick. Has to pick it up. Boulanger, shot blocked. Great eat from Trace Day. Centering pass blocked. 5 seconds to go in overtime. Gotta shoot it if you're Amarillo. Lupo, cross ice with 1. Holding Karatai. No, not there. And we have a shootout. Unbelievable. What a game this has been. And Billy Stuskey, there is no man in the world more who would like to win a shootout than Billy Stuskey. He has dropped the last 3 that he has faced, including one last week. Not necessarily his fault, but he'll need some help from his team in front of him to put the puck in the net. That has been the struggle on the shootouts for Oklahoma. They just have not been able to connect, and your goalie can only bail you out for so long. Shootout time here at the Civic Center. Warriors desperate for 2 points. We'll check the scores. Shreveport scored a buzzer beater, it appears. No, 2:41 left. Shreveport just defeated Odessa 2-1 here this evening. Never mind that. Back to this one. Shootout here in Amarillo. 4-4 hockey game. Trace Day will start it up. Trace Day, in his homecoming to Amarillo, has a goal already tonight. Slow as you like. Now goes quick. It's saved. Weckstrom the whole way in. Up next will be Kolos Fair for Amarillo in front of a rowdy crowd. He'll go wide right. Fair now skates in. Fair shot saved by Billy. Up next, who's getting the call? Jakob Galnor for Oklahoma. Need it bad, man. Need it bad. Jakob Galnor. Wide left. Now in the slot. Galnor. Backhand. Shot saved by Weckstrom. Full extension with the left pad. It's a good deke right there from Galnor. Just couldn't elevate the puck. Up next, Kolgushkin. Frank Kolgushkin. This is an 0-9 for Amarillo. Kolgushkin wide right. Now picks the puck up in the slot. Kolgushkin walking in. Billy Stuskey read it the whole way home. Well done there from Billy. Somebody put it in the net for Oklahoma. They're going to go with Denny O. Denny, can he put this game close to ice? Denny, right circle, wide right. Denny looking, saved Weckstrom the whole way again. And now a chance to win it for Alphonse Gentler. Knut Alphonse Gentler. Gentler in the middle. Gentler scores! And the shootouts continue to haunt Oklahoma here late in the season. Amarillo 5, Oklahoma 4. Final stats from tonight. Shots on goal, Oklahoma 27, Amarillo 22. Warriors scored first from A.J. Owinski, then put themselves in a hole, gave up 3 straight. Boulanger, then Smith, then Boulanger again. Trace Day and Joey DeRosa scored twice towards the end of the second period to tie it up. And then in the third, Boulanger continued and scored his hat trick. Made it 4-3. DeRosa would answer on the power play 4-4, and then the shootout victory for the Wranglers. The Warriors have to figure out the shootouts, man. This is becoming an issue for Oklahoma. They do pick up a point, however, and are now with the results from tonight. Corpus remains at 60. Shreveport jumps up to 58 points. Oklahoma to 55 points. The Warriors can no longer get to 4th place by the end of the weekend if they're able to win the next 2 games. They would be within 1 point, though, of 4th place. And Shreveport, look out for them to take over the 4th spot. They are just 2 points away from that 4th position at the moment. Final score here tonight, it's Amarillo 5, Oklahoma 4 in a shootout. We will look to tomorrow as Oklahoma will try and avenge tonight's loss and try and get it done in regulation here tomorrow evening at the Amarillo Civic Center. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Ash. So long, farewell, and good night, ladies and gentlemen.